Alert! The Bitcoin rocket has left the launch pad. Are you in it, or are you just a spectator? Hello. What a crazy 24 hours it's been. Welcome to today's video. What even is the date? It is Thursday, the 16th of May, 2024. And we've seen one of the biggest candles on the Bitcoin chart for quite some time. So a huge engulfing candle taking out the entirety of this month's price action so far, closing above $66,000, closing above the daily gap that we had here at 65,500, closing above the monthly highs, and still looking strong today. So in yesterday's video, I kind of said this was going to happen, didn't I? I had been planning for this scenario. As you will know, we were trapped below the 50 EMA, but holding the 100 EMA. What we also had was our range POC containing price action, containing us within this little range here around 62K. What we also had was our VWAP from the previous highs containing price action. What we also had was our 30-day rolling VWAP containing that price action, causing this squeeze. There was nowhere left for this to go. It either had to break up big, or dump big. And luckily for us, not luckily, because we had done the analysis, we had done the prep, and we knew that this was far more likely a scenario to play out than another move down. Everything was showing signs of strength yesterday. All of this stuff that was containing price, causing this pressure, was not causing another lower low. And I was saying on the video yesterday, if it was going to happen, it would have happened already. We were holding the monthly open. You had a big move up at the monthly, well, you had the big move down to begin the month. A big move up that then subsequently followed. Nice strength within the market. Holding here around the monthly open. Stepping itself up. Holding here then on the weekly open. And finally, yesterday, on the day that we had expected it to happen, we knew that PPI and CPI would cause some volatility within the market. And we thought that after that, that would give us the best chance for a breakout, which is precisely what has happened. So I hope everyone's feeling good this morning, because I certainly am. Really good profit has been made on this move. The TA worked out, the bias worked out, and everything's looking healthy once again. We've been waiting a long time for a candle like this, and it is a big one. Okay, the volume, big volume. All right. Big liquidations on short positions, big squeeze of short positions. Once it started, it was not going to stop. There was no pullbacks. There was no opportunity to get in. And we had spoken about this. If you are not in, if you did not have exposure, the chances of being able to get into this move are very slim. It is unlikely to come back, which is why I say, are you a passenger on the Bitcoin spaceship, or are you merely observing? Because there is not really another option here unless we are lucky enough to get a bit of a pullback. So let's take a look at the market. Overall daily looks really good. So there's a couple of things that I'm looking for on the daily time frame, right? First of all, we have closed this gap and closed above and are holding it so far. I would be looking for a move up towards these highs. And what that would do is take us back into what was our previous POC of the range. So you look at the developing POC, you had that move down. It did not cause another lower low. Price did not repel away from that. So therefore, you are expecting a move up to basically take out these highs, come into that POC, and that to be the next level above. If we then break above that, we've got our value area high around 69K. We've got another gap on the daily time frame around 69K, and we've got our previous all-time high, value area high, and all of that kind of stuff. So these are the major levels that I'm looking at right now. I do expect this to continue higher, but locally we're just heading into somewhere where we can find like a small range start to form, and we can then take a look at what's going on a little bit later on. Going down here onto the lower time frames. All right, so this is where we're at right now. Actually, we'll show you on the 4 hour. So we're actually seeing a bit of a spot premium right now. So spot price has come up a little bit higher than what we're seeing on perps. Perps so far has corrected all of the imbalance within this 4 hour gap here. You know, we had that spike up that took it before the move down, and now we've come all the way through. Now you're not getting acceptance back within this block here. So we're looking for a little bit more strength from perps, but that could come later on today. Like I say, we are expecting some kind of consolidation here before I do believe a move up is looking pretty good. We go down onto the lower time frames, the daily open price just dropping around that. And what we also have here, if we go down even more, then this is just around about that local golden pocket. Okay, so you draw high to low. This is why we're seeing a little bit of that loss of momentum potentially as we come into that 618 to 786 zone. Price losing a little bit of momentum here, but I'm very happy if we just continue to range around this area and then go and take the highs later. So a couple of little trades that I'm looking for locally. Overall, bullish, looking for some highs to be swept, like I say, around about that 67. But today, I think there could be scalp short opportunities if we do go and take out the high that got put in basically, overnight here. So these, not the previous day highs, we have, in fact, we've already taken them and then prices come back in. This is your previous day high over here. And we have had that move back into that previous day high level already so far today. But for me, I'm still looking for this to move higher. So it really is just a case of just keeping it simple. Let's form a range here. Let's see if it can break a little bit higher and then start to work its way through this gap that we have above. But overall, really strong reaction. Holding here is good strength. You don't want to see it losing that 60. Well, essentially, like as long as it's holding that 65, 66, that's really bullish. 65. Then that's really bullish. It can drop back down. It can start to correct some of these imbalances here. But as long as it's holding around here, that's absolutely fine. When you start to maybe flip that bias and would start looking at the potential of this being a fake out, which I think is unlikely, is if we do drop back down towards this POC, that 64k POC, and then we're probably looking at another sweep of the lows. But it's not looking like that's going to happen at this stage. I think we're looking healthy, we're looking good. And price action I would be expecting to continue higher. Now, a couple of other things to discuss. The ETFs had a big day of inflows again, which is, as you would expect, GBTC buying. All right, so you had, let me bring this screen up here so I can see a bit clearer, 438 Bitcoin inflows from that. And I think the total inflows that we saw yesterday with 4,000 is, I mean, like 10 times higher than the daily supply of Bitcoin that's coming into the market. So it's pretty bullish. And if we see these inflows continue, then it's very, very bullish once again. No news today, so apart from unemployment claims, so that's not to be a concern. If we look at the order flow, this is why I'm still fairly bullish. CBD trending down, open interest moving up, price moving up. I think more short squeezes are there. I think liquidating a lot more short positions is a very real possibility here, and something we can see later on throughout the day. It's all looking very healthy, like I say. Correction here, build that open interest back up, build those short positions. You can see short positions all the way back down to where they were previously. People are trying to fade this move. People are desperate because they missed the move, and I think that the likely scenario is that we see this continue to move higher. Everything else is we still have that spot premium, obviously, because this is a very much a spot-led move. Spot is healthy, perps are lagging somewhat. It would be nice to see perps catch up, so we do want to see that playing catch up from perps. Right now, because we've got this spot premium, we do naturally see a negative funding rate, and that does remain. So it's just unwise to be looking to short this whilst these kind of conditions remain. You'd want to wait for some some like big extreme event to happen in order to go like more of like a swing short. I think this is the move that can take us up to new all-time highs, to 80k, to 100k, and it's just about finding entries now if you are sidelined. You shouldn't have been sidelined if you were watching these videos, but that's that. Overall, the rest of the market looking very healthy. Okay, lots of green out there today, lots and lots and lots of green. Everything basically green, apart from TON and USDC and Pepe and Tron and Floki, but everything else very, very green and looking very healthy. Now, there are a couple of trades I'm looking at. There's one trade that I'm in already, one trade that I'm looking at. So this is one particular trade. Now, this is alt layer. It has been a chronic underperformer. It's been very, very bad. I did start to accumulate some spot, actually, on this when it took out these lows. Bought some spot. It didn't work out. So I'm in a spot position around about where this POC is, around about 34 cents. But I'm taking an actual trade on this now after it took out that all-time low. Reclaim this level, and you've just got a really nice simple trade, like hard stop loss if it takes out these lows again. You don't want to be sweeping all-time low for a second time. Entry back at its previous what had been support at some stage, and you're looking at take profits above these highs, which comes into that POC. We'll zoom in here. There we go. Above these highs, which comes into the POC, and imbalance on the chart. And then at that stage, if it can do this and start to break above here, we're looking at a recovery of the entire move down. And then depending on how it wants to react through the rest of this cycle as we go into this like next phase of the cycle, it could be a moon bag to hold after that to new all-time highs. So that's one trade that I've just taken this morning. The other trade that has been going very well recently, biggest mover on the day, is JTO. So for those who are in the crew, many of you are in this trade. So we did take this long position on JTO. It hit take profit 1 after taking out these highs. We're in an area in which you could take second profit. So if you've got size on this, TP2 coming up. So this essentially being the 1-to-1, so from low to high to low, coming into the 1-to-1, and also from this range that we have here, the fact that it retraced into the 786 means that the 0.72272 is the reciprocal of that. So it means you've got an even move up from the retrace, and therefore an area in which it could see some like stalling of price action once again. You may get a bit of a dip, but overall expecting for these highs to be taken. So yeah, that is basically your market update for the day. We have, if you want to go over onto the Discord, so if you are new to this this community or this channel, then make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, do all of those kind of things. But a reminder that we are currently still running, as it is the 3-year anniversary of the Taurus crew, we are running a 50% discount on our crew membership. That means you can lock in for $49 per month and lock it in. That means that you're not just getting the 50% discount on 1 month, you're getting it for the entire year as long as you do remain a crew member. So the link is in the description below for this if you would like to join the crew. Go to tauruscrypto.com. It's also up in that corner, all the way up in the corner over there. I can't reach because the camera doesn't get there, but it is up in the corner, so you can go and do that. It's up here, see up here, see my mouse, and use the code LOCKIN when you do your monthly payments there. So you can use the code LOCKIN and you can come and join the crew. And within the crew, we share our daily updates. So I've been giving me updates to the crew this morning, telling them everything that I want to tell them. The rest of the coaches have been doing the same. We did Cake did a fantastic trading room this morning with the legacy markets. So the legacy market chat is of course on fire. And as we know, or as you should know, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500 made new all-time highs yesterday. So lots of activity going on in there, and of course still within the general trading chat and the Bitcoin TA and all of those kind of things. We also have a ton of educational content. So if you're wanting to learn how to trade these markets and you want to become a better trader, then yeah, we've got all of this educational content, thousands of hours worth of educational content for you to dive into if you do desire to do so. Anyway, on that note, I will wrap this video up. Have a great day. Let's see if we can go for those highs again. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.